Hello. Today I'm going to talk about bottle 13. This is the clear green in the equilibrium sequence. So one of the things we can say about 13 is that it's a space for a new beginning. Think about that top fraction, clear. If you're a teacher and you've been teaching, writing things on the board for the students, and now you're going to you're going to wipe everything away so you can make a new start with a new class. So this clear fraction has this idea of wiping away what's been written and just a space for a new beginning. And then what we have underneath is green here. Green can be connected to the heart. It's connected to the idea of space. So let's say that this is a space for a new beginning. And now I want to give you a story to show you how to understand this. My son is 13 years old. I do think there's a connection between the number of our age and the number of bottles, because they're both unified by the number, and the number means something. My son is 13, and I noticed a week or so ago that he was in his bedroom, as he is these days more often, and he was just on his phone, or he was lying on the bed and he was looking at his phone. And it just came to me that Timothy used not to be like this. If I think back a year or 2 years, he was much more willing to be with me or be with his mother. He'd suggest, like, let's go and talk, or do you want to go for a walk? He wanted to be around. He wanted to be connected. And now his choice is not to be around. His choice now is to retreat into his room, to be in his own space. So it's very interesting, I think, because 13 is the beginning of our teenage years. And teenage, in a way, is the transition from being a child to being an adult. And the teenage years is going to take you from the childhood phase to the adult phase. And he's obviously in the very first step of that. And that step begins with being by himself, being quiet by himself, getting to know himself better. When I asked him about it, I said that I've noticed, and he said, I like being, because all my things are there. So in a way, he wants to be surrounded by his things. And this is something else I used to think about. When children are small, they don't have an opinion about what should be on their wall. The parents take care of the decoration of the child's room. As the child becomes the teenager, they begin to own that space. It becomes their space, not their parent. They're the ones now who feel that this is their home, and it's their choice what appears in the room. And of course, the room is now an expression, as Timothy is saying, of it's his things. These are the things he likes to have around him. One of the associations of clear green as a bottle is the sign of Cancer in the zodiac. The sign of Cancer in a zodiac is at the very bottom, typically, would be at the very bottom of the chart. It's the deepest place within. It's where we're at home, just as the crab has its shell around it. The crab is always at home. It's always living within its own protected space. You see, Timothy's retreated into his own protected space, and he's got around him in that room the things that he's chosen, which are an expression of him. So he's getting to know himself better as he begins this journey towards the path he's going to take in life. In fact, I suppose I can show this one. This is bottle 21, green pink. And this is when 21 traditionally is the age when you when you step out into the world. In England, the 21st birthday was the one when you had a birthday card with a key on it, symbolizing you're now ready to open a door to step out into the world. It's also the path of the world in the tarot. So there is now the stepping out into the space of the world. But here, it's before that. This is the time to go within and to get in touch with yourself before you can then make that stepping out into the world. First, you need to know yourself in order to know how you're going to step out. So, there is another bit, but maybe maybe I'll just leave it like that for now. 13, clear green. Coming home to yourself, being in touch with yourself, a new beginning from the start of a journey, but the journey begins at home. Okay, best wishes. So hard to get the endings right.